Hey Leos, welcome on back to the channel. I am Faith, the course, the divine faith, and this is going to be your weekly reading for November 13th through the 19th. Now, this reading is for Leo's sun, moon, and rising. Of course, if those placements still do not resonate after listening to this video, then you may have to check out my other videos or just move along because it ain't your week. But anyway, I did go ahead and shuffle the cards before hitting the record so that I can knock off some time. So let's get into it, starting with the overall energy. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Cups. It feels like you're waiting for something, waiting for correspondence. Some of you guys are waiting for travel plans or something like that to be approved when it pertains to long distance travel. So this could be airline tickets, train tickets, bus tickets, anything of that nature. Okay. So I do feel that some of you guys, especially if you have Pisces or Virgo placements in your chart, you will not have that good of luck this week when it pertains to trying to go back to school, to do financial aid, apply for scholarships, or anything of that nature. Okay, some of you are desperately trying to get out of the house because you may be a stay-at-home mom, or you simply just may be bogged down when it comes to responsibilities dealing with children. Okay, so for you this week, it's almost just like, damn, I need a break or I need a drink. It could be both, or it could be one of the two. Okay, now another thing as well, with this energy, it feels like some of you are very subconscious, or you may be insecure about your smile this week. Okay, so some of you guys, you may need to make an appointment for a root canal, or there may be something going on when it pertains to your dental hygiene that is not getting better over time like you thought it would. There may be issues if maybe you had a root canal in the past and there was crowns or something like that is coming loose. Some of you may be thinking about getting braces again because your teeth has possibly shifted, or it just seems like you want a new smile, or you want to do something different when it pertains to your teeth. And for you may have maybe you're known, or maybe you used to be known for having that type of smile. So now I feel like you're trying to fix that in some type of a manner. Okay, not necessarily the best time to go to the beach if some of you guys do live close to the beach. I'm getting something when it pertains to like toxic waste, pollution, or just a lot of trash. So I would just say careful about that. But speaking of, like I said, the long distance travel, like I said, you're waiting on this approval, but it does feel like in the end, it feels like something may be canceled. Okay, with the ninth house energy coming through, like I said, some of you, it could be maybe you're withdrawing your application, or your application just isn't being accepted at all. So something that you were happy about moving forward with in the past, it does feel like it won't be moving forward for you this particular week. I'm also getting something tied to an aunt. So you may be trying to go see an aunt, or there may be something revolving around your aunt this week that you are worried about. You could be getting news about her, whatever the situation is. Okay, so let's look at the other cards. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Star. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Emperor. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Temperance, and we have the Knight of Swords. It feels like I get the vibe of like you going back to a normal life. So with this Nine of Cups energy coming through at the bottom, this could simply be that energy where it's almost just like what you thought was going to make you happy. You realize that, you know what, maybe that is going to be detrimental to me or my mental health or whatever long term. So it may be best for me to pull back. So I see you kind of like being somewhat of like a hermit in a manner. Speaking of which, I said if you have Virgo or Pisces in your chart, being like a hermit of being like somewhat of like a hermit, or being somewhat of like a Cancer in a way, going into your shell. But either way, but I do get this vibe that even though you are pretty much going back on doing something that may have been like grandiose, or it may have put you like out there more, it does feel like for you this week, it's like you really just don't care. You're going more to a vibe where you just want a quiet life. For you, you may feel like that, you know what, me trying to be out there and be all doing all this, that was where I was at the past. So I feel like for you, that actually will be good for the long term. Okay. Now with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups coming through, you'll be doing something different when it pertains to your space. that also makes sense that this cancellation of something long distance could represent that if last week you were planning to move to a different city, different state, different country, you will be putting that on hold, or it will just be canceled altogether. And I see you putting more energy, effort into the place that you're already at right now. Okay. Some of you guys this week will also be focusing on working on your connection, especially if you and this person live together. But like I said, the way the cards are landing here, this gives me a vibe where it feels like you're no longer chasing after like fame. You're no longer chasing after having your name at lights, in lights. You just want to fall all the way back. You want you want a more quieter life. And some of you, this may even be when it pertains to your relationship. You may feel that you're dealing with someone that wants too much. They want it to be too loud. And for you, you're just like, I don't like that. Okay. So I see Leos like going into hiding in some type of a manner, but while you're in hiding, I feel like you'll be working on your crafts. You'll be working on artistry. Some of you Leos, you may pick up some sort of hobby that may seem weird or may not seem fitting to you based off of society. But for you, you don't really care. For you, you're like, you know what? As long as it brings me peace, as long as I can be like to myself and I don't have to deal with all these idiots, then I'm okay with that. Okay, so that's good for you. And it's kind of weird. It's like with you falling back and not chasing after the spotlight anymore, I do see you having some type of success in a new venture or something different that you'll be going after. Some of you Leos, maybe you're interested in getting into coding. I feel like if that is you will gain some ground, gain some headway when it pertains to that. I'm also getting something tied to the pipeline, oils, but this gives me more so, like I said, the back office things. I'm not sure what the back office operations would be for those particular careers, but either way, I see you going in that particular direction. Also, you could definitely be quite obsessed or very, very intrigued with astrology, astronomy, really more so than astrology. I see a lot of energy tied to NASA and things of that nature, clean energy, anything that revolves around Aquarius type of things. I feel like you'll be really, really interested in this week. But like I said, this seems to be the next phase, the next step in your life when it pertains to living out your purpose or going more on a journey that's more so for the service of others. That's what it feels like you're going into. Okay. But also, some of you definitely will take this time to just be single. If you're already single this week, I don't see you having much of a push or a want to put yourself out there to find someone new. Because for you, you feel like you just keep getting disappointed. And also you're still dealing with abandonment issues from your past whenever it pertains to an Aquarius, another Leo, a Virgo, or a Pisces. Okay. With the Emperor and the Three of Cups, I also feel like some of you will end up having a better relationship with your father. You may be working on that now, or you definitely be working on that coming up. I also see a reuniting with your kids, especially if you live in two different places or your kids have possibly been with the other parent for some time. You will be reuniting with them. But the biggest thing here, like I said, is the mental break that a lot of you guys need, especially if you have kids. Allow yourself that moment this week, even if it's for a day or two. And I feel like that you'll be more refreshed afterwards. Okay. So that may be where the aunt comes into play. You may hit up your aunt and like, hey, do you mind? I don't feel like they're going to mind, but you also have to put that offer out there. You can't expect them to read your mind and be like, hey, do you need a break? Do you need time? It's like not a lot of people are going to do that. It would be nice, but also we got to take into account that people have their own lives, own shit going on. Okay. Anyway, with this Temperance card and the Knight of Swords, you still have your back turned to someone who you feel like did something unforgettable. And this may very well be the person that you are still trying to heal with these abandonment issues. Even though this person has apologized, you have your back turned to them, but it's coming across like, what are you expecting to get out of this with your back turned? Like you're going to have to say something, but in a manner you may have your back turned because in your mind, this may be you sending out a smoke signal to this person. Like, okay, I'm not completely giving up on you yet. I'm just like ignoring you right now. Okay, but the issue with this person may be they don't want kids, or they're not necessarily being a good father to the kids that you guys already have. Some of you are just worried about like parenting, period. And that's why I said you need like just a break, a mental health break. Yeah, this person who you have your back to, it does feel like you're not necessarily going to reject them 100%. But this isn't anything new. Yeah, you're still going to try to hang on. Some of you have to stop allowing this person to use your car, because I do get this vibe. I see you kind of like waiting this week, or you're trying to hit this person up because it's just like, where are you? I have to be this place or that place. Now, for some of you guys, it could be that this person's car may be in the shop or having issues, but I do get this vibe where you have to be careful, because this person is going to end up holding you up from something important when it pertains to your job or being late for court, because they're not answering their phone, or they're not like, being on time. That's another thing just for you, period. Make sure that you're on time this week. Okay. So just be very careful about oversleeping. Some of you guys are dealing with migraines, so try not to over medicate yourself, especially when it comes to sleeping pills, because you could definitely end up oversleeping something very important. Okay. Yeah. So, and by the way, this person who you're having a hard time getting in touch with, who they may, like I said, have your car, or you're needing them to help you out in some type of manner, and they'll be late. They will not tell you the truth. So you might as well not even ask. They're not going to tell you what they were doing, where they were going. It's just a matter of, well, I'm here. What's the big issue? Okay. So, But anyway, like I said, this relationship, this connection on the board, if you're in a relationship, it does give me the vibe where this is nothing new. This is the dynamic that you and this person created since month 7 in the connection. And it's possibly been going on for years. Some of you guys, 6 years, 12 years, 7 years. Some of you, it may even possibly just be 9 months. And yet here we go. There's already some issues here. But that goes back to what I was talking about before, where you may be thinking about letting go of this particular partner, especially if you feel like that this person is more so of that one where they may throw you up under the bus to make them look better, or they may throw you up under the bus if somebody else comes through with the shiny new penny. Some of you have already had to deal with that, and you keep taking this person back. So energy here is almost just like, it comes across, unfortunately, Leos, it comes across where it's almost just like you're going to continue to struggle with insecurities or self-esteem by holding on to this person that continuously gives you the runaround. Even though this person will try to possibly woo you, especially with your back being turned, or you will try to woo them. But it's weird, because it's almost just like issues come, and then you guys are only like not talking for like a couple weeks, and then boom, it's like all is normal. There's no consequences for somebody's actions. Okay. Now, if you've been dealing with money issues, money trouble, there will be some type of loan, or there will be some type of money coming into you. I'm getting at least $600. For some of you guys, it could go up to $1,500. This will be coming into you. Honestly, it may be a credit card. It may not even be actual like liquid cash. Okay. But not really liquid, but you get the point. Cash. But anyway, so yes, I'm trying to see if there's anything else coming through. And it's kind of weird that some of you guys will continue to stick it out with this person, because it's almost just like, I don't care if this person making me look like a dumbass to everybody, whatever, but I love them. Okay. So it'll be pretty much back and forth. 1 minute you'll be fixing things up with this person, the next minute you don't want to be bothered. But this is nothing new. Like I said, it's been going on at the least maybe for like the last year, or maybe even since the month of July. So it's almost like you guys have found a way to be comfortable with the uncomfortability. Okay, but even with this 9 of Cups at the bottom, the way it came out, it doesn't really feel like this is really a relationship of happiness. It's a relationship of convenience. So on the other end, focus on your career this week. Yeah. Focus on your career this week. Some of you guys will make better headway with your boss. You know what I'm saying? A boss will, I feel like some of you actually may end up becoming like a boss's assistant. like executive assistant, or you'll be working very, very close or closer to this boss coming up, which I feel like will be good for you. So put your focus there. That seems to be a little bit better than this love situation, okay? So this has been your reading for the week. I do hope it helped, and see you later.